Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Omosho UK. So in this video, I want to talk about why diasporan kids, if people give birth and they have kids, we find along the line uh, the children that we have, like as diasporans, we find they don't return to the motherland, and been just thinking then. The continuity of the even though there is this continuity of the bloodline, but we find that uh, the the children they will not go back to, well, some of them or most of them will not return to the motherland. And I'm just thinking, then, if we are working so hard, so then we can be able to one day retire in the motherland, building a legacy in the motherland, creating businesses, building homes, and all this. Uh, what's the benefit? Because obviously, uh, at one point, we are both going to die. Going to leave this world one time, one day, and we will then have to. Then we think of, like, you want to work so hard, and maybe then someone can take over your business, the house that you built, maybe. you know so I was just thinking, why then why the children that are born abroad, they are less likely, to return back to the motherland. When I was thinking, one of the reasons that I believe is the brainwashing done by the media to portray Africa as a very bad place to live in. For example, one time I was driving behind a van, and uh, I see a poster, or I see an advert with an African child who maybe it was an advert for water. We see this African child with like a jerry can going to collect water, and they're advertising to I don't know, donate some money for these kids because they do not have water. So that kind of advertisement, I was actually upset, because it doesn't mean that we do not have water in Africa. We do have water. Uh, and not to say that some parts there's no water, like clean water. I do believe that everywhere has its own ups and downs, even here in the UK, wherever, whatever place. So those kind of adverts or things like that, or how they don't highlight the good part of our continent in the news, in the media. They only highlight the negative things, and of course, uh, it affects the minds of the diasporan kids, those who are born in the diaspora. You know, then they will not have that the urge to want to go to Africa. You know, and it's sad, because then we have these investments, and we work so hard, and then uh, actually people that will inherit these things are not uh, like people closest to us, like children. Even though, so it seems like there's no point of trying to do all these things that we are trying to do. Not to say that we have. So at this point, then we have to say that we are doing this for ourselves. So if they do not want to return back, but at least uh, we have to do it for ourselves. Again, I do think the lack of exposure and education regarding life in Africa. For example, if the parents do not take their child regularly to the motherland, and they do not have that experience of staying in Africa, or having interacting with people in the motherland, then if when they grow up, it is then difficult for them to be able to try and get used to, or get it done, or have that education. because then the system will have educated them for on behalf of their parents. So I think parents, I think it is a good thing to uh, let them go and experience Africa. You know, let them have that experience for themselves, so that as long as I believe there's one of as long as they can. I do believe some people they take their kids to stay in the motherland and for some period of time, and then afterwards they bring them back to the UK. You know, uh, I do believe that. Well, according to me, it is a good idea. It is a good idea. So then they can have that experience in the motherland for that period of time. Then they can come back to. So they have like experience both sides of the world. So then they can make the decision for themselves. Like even one day, if they were to say, if they were afraid or they tired of living in diaspora, living in the diaspora, then they can just return to the motherland. And because we have like investment, even makes it easier for them to make that decision. Because then the investment that we have on the ground will be a motivation for them to say they are returning, because then they won't start from zero. So then it is uh, of our benefit if we, from a younger age, like just to start educating them about the motherland, telling them about the bad things about the motherland before the media does, and also obviously the good things. Everywhere has bad and good things everywhere. So then I believe that if we expose them to the environment in Africa, even let them play with kids in Africa, let them experience the kind of lifestyle that people live, and then they will have that. They, even if they were, sometimes they will just by themselves make the decision to even want to stay. I know someone that they took their kid back to the motherland just to uh, visit, and then the child then just say they wanted to live in the motherland because they thought the life there was better compared to uh, here in the UK. So giving them that choice can be really helpful. So then even our legacy can continue, because obviously if we have businesses and homes in the motherland and they are here and they do not have uh, anything to do, they don't want anything to do with the motherland, then all the work that we have done will just go. Obviously we are going to live the life that we want, but also I do believe that we want to pass that knowledge, we want to pass the business and the homes to the kids, so, even to the child, so then they can continue with the legacy. I do believe also that sometimes when we come to the diaspora, we become so uh, consumed with the work, and we do not want to. Not that we do not want to. It's like it doesn't come to our thought that maybe we should let the children also be aware of where we come from. I do believe that if we do not expose them, or we do not take them to the motherland, if so, people in the diaspora become so busy. There's no that interaction, with with the children. In the morning, wake up, go to work. The children go to school. It becomes a routine, and then we lose parents. They lose touch with their kids, and it becomes a norm. So then one day that we then because obviously each and every one of us one time, even if you say now that you don't want to return, but there's a time will come, you will have that thought of wanting to return back to the motherland. But it will be late if we do not have the right preparations. We haven't made preparations to be able to even retire in the motherland. So I do believe that we should spend time with the children and be educating them or telling them about the motherland, and not just letting them. We should have that uh, conversation with them, you know. So then there's a continuity, even because I do believe like the lineage of diasporans, it becomes when people move abroad, and that lineage is actually stays abroad forever. If we never even try to take them back to the motherland, the lineage is, if, for example, someone was the only child and they traveled abroad, and uh, let's say they travel abroad, and back home they were the only child, so it's just the mom and dad maybe back at home. So that lineage, it will continue, but it will just continue in the diaspora, which means whatever things that maybe the parents could have wished that the maybe the grandchildren could come up and take over, or the child will come take over. So it just remains there bare for anyone to come and possess. So that's another thing that I think, as people in the diaspora, we should just think of how we like can bring in continuity and the legacy of our parents also, so the final thing that I was coming to is, we then can be preparing to retire in the motherland, doing all these investments in the motherland, which is good. Which is good for us, because obviously we want our happiness, and I think also it's good if the kids, they know where they come from, and they have the connection with our people, the uncles, the aunties, like everyone. So then, even if one day they were to come back, then there's that attachment, not attachment, but there's that relationship that they have with the people that we care about. So then, and also most importantly, they can come take over, even if we are not around to take care of business anymore. So then they can come and take over of things in the diaspora, and take over from us. So I just want to encourage, as we continue to invest in the motherland, as we continue to work hard and towards retirement. And when I say retirement, I'm not talking about the age of 60 and above. I'm talking about when you're still young and strong. And I just want to pray that whatever it is that you are working on uh, in the motherland, that we continue to have strength, that God continue to help us. So thank you for listening to this my video. I do want to request that you like, share, subscribe, also just comment on the comment section, so that we can see so then I can see what you guys think about this video. Thank you, and God bless your work.